Hello, I am Lisa Burbach, and I am an independent Shaklee distributor, and I'm also a certified health coach. And today we're going to have a Shaklee health chat that is really dear to my heart. We're going to talk about healthy nutrition, the importance of healthy diet, and we'll also talk a little bit about the role supplements can play in overall health and nutrition and how Shaklee can be part of that life as well. But before we get started on the health and nutrition aspect, I would like to introduce you to Shaklee. Some of you are quite familiar with Shaklee, and some have never heard of Shaklee. So here's a little bit of history. We have a rich heritage. Shaklee has helped pioneer many of the advances in nutritional research. Dr. Shaklee invented the first multivitamin in the US 100 years ago. And 50 years ago, Dr. Shaklee invented the first plant-based protein supplement made with soy lecithin. And our mission is to provide a healthier life for everyone with our products. And we really believe that, whether it's through the skincare or non-toxic cleaners, sports nutrition, or our supplements and vitamins, it is our goal, and we realize that we can provide a healthier life for everyone through our products. But also part of our goal is to provide a better life for anyone who is interested with earnings opportunities by having a Shaklee business. Everything Shaklee does is designed to be in harmony with nature as well. And Shaklee respects the organic movement, but really goes beyond that. Organic is a method of growing, and it doesn't ensure purity, though. Shaklee believes in unparalleled purity and safety, really beyond organic. But what does that mean, beyond organic? Our belief is that our quality standards go beyond how and where an ingredient is grown. Instead, we look to confirm the purity and the potency of ingredients from the creation of the product to the delivery to the customer. And we do this by conducting over 100,000 quality tests per year, and we screen for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, and impurities on every new botanical ingredient. In fact, we believe your health is so important that Shaklee goes beyond and above and beyond the required amount. This is 3 times the required amount of tests from the USP, which is the United States Pharmacopoeia. We have an extensive list of no ingredients. No ingredient will harm you or the environment is our philosophy. And our no ingredient list includes no artificial flavors, sweeteners, colors, or preservatives. We have total commitment to the environment, which is important to our family. I mean, my husband is an environmental geologist, and we are just more minded to think of our stewardship for the earth. And we love the heart that Shaklee has to care for our planet as well as to care for our bodies. Shaklee was the first company in the world to be certified to fully offset its carbon emissions so as to leave no footprint on this planet. Pretty impressive, huh? There are over 120 published papers and scientific presentations, more than 70 patents and patents pending, in addition to exclusive sourcing arrangements. A really incredible example is the landmark study. It's the first ever of its kind study to evaluate health markers in long-term consumers of multiple Shaklee supplements who use supplements for 20 to 43 years. It was done in collaboration with UC Berkeley. This study showed that long-term users of multiple Shaklee supplements had double-digit advantages in 4 key biomarkers for better health: healthy heart, cardiovascular function, cognitive function, and biological stress, when compared with those who took another multivitamin or no supplement at all. Also, the self-reported health levels of the Shaklee population were nearly twice as high as the control group. And an important thing to realize about this landmark study is that it was a risk for Shaklee to decide to do this because the results get published regardless. And if everything had been terrible, the results would still have been published and public knowledge. But fortunately for us, the numbers were fantastic and we were really pleased. And I'm pretty certain that our owner, Roger Barnett, expected this outcome. So we're very pleased. In addition to papers and studies, we have real people benefit from Shaklee products. We have loyal product users, and we have loyal product users who are athletes who count on Shaklee to fuel their performance in world-class athletic competition. Shaklee-sponsored athletes have earned a total of 130 medals. Shaklee products have also helped fuel astronauts in the NASA space program, like Commander Mark Kelly. He flew the Space Shuttle Endeavour on missions to the International Space Station. And then his twin brother, Captain Scott Kelly, he is the one who just came home not too long ago this summer, who had been in space for a year, and he used Shaklee products during his year on the International Space Station. We got to see them at a conference this past year, and this geek girl was pretty happy. It was pretty exciting. Another thing that you need to know is that we stand behind our products. Shaklee products are safe, proven, and guaranteed, 100% customer satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. If you haven't already taken the health print assessment, this is Shaklee's most recent innovation. It's designed to help you get on the path to better health. It'll give you a personalized health and wellness score based on your personal health goals. It takes about 5 minutes. There are 20 questions, and you receive your personalized health assessment. So your assessment is not like anyone else's. It's unique to you. Well, today's health chat is about healthy nutrition. So we've learned a little bit about Shaklee, and now we're going to delve into a little bit on nutrition, and then a little bit about how supplementation can be part of your healthy nutrition choices. So we're going to learn how to make small changes that lead to a healthy lifestyle and the role supplements can play. So again, as I just said, so we are eating a lot of calories, but we're not getting the nutrition our body needs to operate in a healthy way. According to the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, 9 out of 10 Americans fall short on essential nutrients in their diet. When you eat a lot of foods that have a lot of sugar or are highly processed, like fast foods, you're getting way too many calories for your body's needs and nowhere near the amount of good nutrition that your body requires. It can lead to weight gain, poor energy, and frankly to all kinds of health problems. And these would be what we would call nutrient shallow or nutrient lacking foods. Studies have shown that people who eat with healthy patterns, including whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber, have lower risk of developing chronic conditions. And those foods are what we call nutrient-dense foods. You can change your eating habits by building a healthier eating style. And remember, everything that you eat and drink matters. Changes you make today will help you change your future patterns. Focus on variety, amount, and nutrition, and choose foods and beverages with less saturated fat, lower sodium, and less added sugars. And remember to take baby steps. If you jump in all at once, it's easier to let this be just a short-term thing. But we're talking about a lifestyle change, something that will last you a lifetime. So make baby steps, like maybe reduce the amount of sugar you put in your coffee in the morning, and then in a few weeks reduce it a little bit more. Just make small changes where you can start adding more vegetables and fruits to make a healthier lifestyle. It's a journey. Think of balancing your nutrition as a plate. You put whole grains, protein, vegetables, and healthy fats all on your plate. And for those of you who do not want those carbs, I want to encourage you to maybe rethink moving that a little towards the middle in your thinking. And so in choosing whole grains, things like quinoa and brown rice, whole grain foods, they give you more nutrients and they do not cause the inflammatory response in your body to the same degree that processed and white grains do. And The glycemic index is something that people look at, and the glycemic index is much lower on whole grains, and you're more likely to have sustained energy from those rather than that crash and burn and some of the other problems with it. But again, it is an issue of moderation. But I encourage you to add in some of these carbs, some of these whole grains. And then for those of you on the other side who are no-fat people, I want to encourage you to bring it a little bit towards the middle. Our body needs carbohydrates and our body needs fat to fully function in all areas that need to function. And there are healthy fats. There are things like olive oil, avocado, unsaturated fats, things that will actually improve your cholesterol levels and help your joints work better, increase your heart health, your memory and brain function. And so again, moderation. It is true that 1 gram of fat has 9 calories in it versus 4 in a carbohydrate. So you don't want to go overboard on it. It would be very easy to overeat and eat more than your body needs if you have a lot of fat in your diet. But you do need some. So just choose healthy foods. And then choose good sources of protein. And I really encourage a lot of plant protein. And then your vegetables. Just pile up on the vegetables and eat the rainbow. There's simple changes that you can make. They really add up over time. So try to focus on clean eating, cook more at home, incorporate physical activity into your day. My husband and I shifted our budget. So we had an eating out budget, and we took some of that money and moved it back into our grocery category so that we could have meals that feel like we're eating out, just more interesting meals, maybe some experimentation, something exotic. But healthy foods that we know what is in them and we can control it based on what we want for our lifestyle. So that's one fun way to think of it for cooking at home. So what is clean eating after all? We talk about clean eating, but clean eating is foods that are whole, natural foods. Dr. Shaklee used to say, eat foods that rot, but eat them before they do. So choose real food. Eliminate processed foods. Choose whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, millet. At meal times, fill your plate with veggies, combine with proteins and carbs to help you stay more full, but try putting a larger portion of vegetables and maybe using the meat, as the side dish instead of the other way around. Try cooking different ways, steaming, baking, grilling, raw foods. Avoid processed sugars and refined foods. And that come together, that's clean eating. This sheet that you're looking at is a Shaklee 180 downloadable tool. And so if you are a member with Shaklee, you can go onto the myshaklee.com and there you can download this. If you're not a member, at the end, we'll talk a little bit about that. So one change that you can make is substitute fruits and vegetables, or fruits especially, for sugar treats. Eat at least 7 servings per day of fruits and vegetables. Try to include colorful ones. You want all of the nutrients that come with all those different colors. And so do, as they say, eat the rainbow. I encourage organic foods and seasonal foods, local foods, and vegetables at every meal. And some of the nutrients that are found in these vegetables that are important for your body are B, A, C, E, iron, lycopene, and beta-carotene. An important nutrient found in dairy and dark leafy green vegetables is calcium. So be sure to get your calcium. It's recommended that men and women age 18 to 50 get 1,000 milligrams of calcium per day. Women over 50 get 1,200 milligrams, and men over 70 get 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day. And it's okay if you don't like dairy, or you're not into dairy, or don't believe in dairy. It's fine. A large portion of the world gets plenty of calcium without any dairy, and that is definitely a personal choice. But you can get all the calcium that you need from your dark leafy vegetables and greens. Include proteins in your diet. In order to get enough protein throughout the day, aim for a little protein at each meal. Try to include plant proteins as much as possible: beans, lentils, legumes, soy foods such as tofu, soy protein. You can use meat, poultry, fish, dry beans, peas, eggs, nuts, seeds. They also provide protein, and they provide B, E, iron, zinc, and magnesium. So in regards to the fish, I do encourage you to make wise choices about the fish. A lot of people are worried about the chemicals in there. And the Monterey Bay Aquarium, if you Google that, you can go to a guide where you plug in your state, and it will tell you what seafood is in your area and what are the best choices, and then what are the ones that you really want to watch out for because they're higher in heavy metals and contaminants too. So if you're concerned about that, there are some ways to make wiser choices. Again, add those healthy fats. When cooking, use primarily monounsaturated fats, such as olive oil. And please do not smoke your olive oil. It does chemically alter it, and it is bad for your body. So do keep your oils to a point where they're hot enough to do everything that they need to do, but without getting that burnt, smoky place. Limit saturated fats. And I know that the sheet that you're looking at says limit your trans fats, but I really want you to avoid trans fats. Trans fats are man-made, and your body does not know what to do with them. And it does cause damage inside of your body, and it's pretty universally accepted that that is so. Now, if you eat your more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains and legumes, you will avoid these trans fats. When you buy the more processed foods, they're hidden inside of there, and you really have to be a good label reader. To get these important fats, plant options for ALA include flaxseed oil, avocado, chia seeds, walnuts, sacha, enchi, and more. So when you're choosing the good choices for your oils, and then again in moderation, it does add up, but you do need some. Healthy nutrition really takes planning. A key element in healthy nutrition is to plan ahead. So snack and meal preparation are easier to maintain. Have the right foods in your pantry. If you don't buy junk, you're less likely to eat junk. Travel with healthy snacks. When I get in the car, I grab my refillable water bottle and an orange or banana, or a snack bar. Eat smaller meals more frequently. When you're going for a smaller meal, when you're going to eat that way, it's called grazing. A serving is, if you take your hand and ball it up into a fist and look at that, that's about how much you should eat at each serving. And then go ahead and eat when you're hungry, and you can graze, and there can be a lot of benefit from that type of eating. Everyday life can be fast-paced. Long commutes, stressful jobs, financial worries, and juggling your children's activities. Stopping at fast food drive-thrus for breakfast and picking up takeout for dinner. These less than healthy food choices tend to provide more than enough calories, again, but are lacking in vitamins, nutrients, and other important nutrients. They leave you with low energy. They cause you to crash. It can lead to other health issues. So if we go back to that idea of planning, it can help in our fast-paced world. Making healthy food choices every single day can be hard, and that's where a multivitamin can fill in the nutrient gaps. Even the best of us can really struggle getting everything that we need. So the question is, can you get everything that you need from your food alone? Theoretically, you can, but the truth is we don't. We are too busy. Our diet is not balanced. Food travels long distances and loses a lot of its nutrient value by the time that you get it. Keeping up on it on a daily basis to have everything you need is truly difficult, and supplementation can really play a part in that. Nutritional needs at different stages. Each stage of life, from child to adult to elderly, has different nutritional needs. Nutritional gaps and our ever-changing needs underscore the importance of supplementation. So more nutrients, fewer calories. This is Dr. Bruce Daggy. He is Shaklee's Chief Science Officer. And he says Americans as a whole are overfed and undernourished, and we need more nutrients delivered and fewer calories. And that is so true. That's what we call nutrient-dense choices. Things that don't have a lot of calories, like your fruits and vegetables, but have tons of nutrients in there, and you're fueling your body. Think of it like a car, and you have a classic car that is just invaluable. What kind of fuel are you going to put in it? Are you going to put fuel that clogs it up and makes it backfire and leaves residue everywhere? Or are you going to put clean fuel in it that makes it run smoothly and no harmful emissions and doesn't clog up anything? Well, your body's the same way. How do you want your body to run, and how are you going to care for it? So choose nutrient-dense foods. And again, quality supplements are a proven means to achieve the goal of improved nutrition. It's very hard to meet our nutritional needs, and supplementation can really fill that gap. But the key is quality supplements. You do need to know what's behind your supplement. For Shaklee, we know behind our supplement is, again, the landmark study. Researchers discovered that the overall health of long-term multiple supplement users was dramatically different from that of non-supplement users. It's not always easy or possible to eat healthy every day. You can keep cells vital and strong. This is another product by Shaklee called Vivix, and in a clinical study, Vivix key ingredients were shown to blunt the inflammatory response of healthy people to an unhealthy meal, which can lead to cellular aging over time. And you may not have realized, when you go out and have that big fast food meal or even a large heavy meal at home, it causes inflammation in the body, and some inflammation is good and actually serves a purpose in our body. But when we have too much, it causes damage and pain and achy joints and other problems that we really want to avoid. So watching what we eat is important in so many ways. So Vivix is 13 times more powerful than resveratrol alone in slowing key mechanisms of aging, the formation of AGE proteins, which lead to cell damage. At Shaklee, we harness the muscadine grape, which when combined with other polyphenols yields immense antioxidant power. And every bottle of that Vivix using a patented extraction process that concentrates and preserves bioactive polyphenols. And also, when we're talking about choosing a company and your supplements, you need to keep in mind that your body is important and precious and valuable, and how are you going to care for it? So do look for companies that have third-party testing, peer-reviewed journals, that you know that they have looked into your best interest. And it is why I'm comfortable with Shaklee. 40% lower rate of telomere shortening. What does that mean? What are telomeres? Well, telomeres are the protective caps made of repetitive DNA on the ends of our chromosomes. So if you think about your shoelaces, the little plastic piece on the end that keeps the shoelace from fraying, that's what telomeres kind of are like. They're just a little cap on the end of the DNA strand. And longer telomeres are thought to be a marker of overall health. So the longer your telomeres, the healthier you are, the healthier your health span is to your lifespan, all of that. It's very important. Shaklee conducted a telomere study in 2014 to compare telomeres of Shaklee users with healthy control group. And the subjects included people who used a wide array of Shaklee supplements, and they had to use them for at least 5 years, and compared them to healthy non-smokers living in the San Francisco Bay Area. The rate of telomere shortening in Shaklee users was 40% lower than the healthy control group. And that is amazing when you consider that a statistical analysis based on this data projects that an 80-year-old Shaklee user would have the same telomere length as a 41-year-old. As a matter of fact, my friend Anne was part of the study, and she is over 80, and she likes to say, 80's the new 40, 80's the new 40. And we think that's right. And this woman is amazing. She travels the world and does all kinds of things. So I think that's great evidence of her telomere health. Something else about Shaklee is that the vitamins and things that we have use a smart delivery. It's called Shaklee Micronutrient Advanced Release Technology, SMART. And this is important because when you take something, you want it to go where it needs to go in your system. You could take it and it can go straight through, or you can take it and it can break down in the wrong places and not get the nutrients that you need into your bloodstream. So Shaklee works hard to make sure that this layers of coating is what you need it to be, where you need it to be. It's designed to dramatically improve absorption of key nutrients in your body. Vital E Advanced Multivitamin, it dissolves in less than 30 minutes in the stomach, and it is designed to enhance absorption of the folic acid from patented microcoating. The B and C complex provides up to 198% greater absorption of B vitamins over 12 hours, as shown in a clinical study, through sustained release delivery. And then the next thing in the Vitalizer strip is the Carrara E Omega. It has enteric coating that helps reduce the fishy aftertaste, so no fishy burps. But it delivers the omega-3 fatty acids, carotenoids, vitamin E, and other fat-soluble nutrients to the upper intestine. And then the Optiflora probiotic is the tiny little pearl at the bottom of your strip, and it delivers healthy microflora to the lower intestines through triple layer encapsulation technology, and protects it from the stomach acid so that it goes where it needs to go. So if you look at the picture, you can see the green, yellow, purple, and the little gray at different parts of the body. And those are the places that they need to start breaking down to be able to get the nutrients into your bloodstream to the maximum percentage possible. So then another thing with your healthy eating is to don't skip breakfast. Eat a good breakfast. It will give you nutrition and energy for the day. Choose foods that are rich with protein and fiber that'll help energize your body. So try not to have those sweet, sugary foods that can give you a crash in the morning and maybe make you grumpy all day long. And drinking coffee doesn't count as breakfast all by itself. My favorite breakfast is the Energizing Life Shake. It makes an excellent meal on the go. So one shake does it all. It gives more energy, immune support, and healthy digestion. It helps with a healthy weight. It has leucine to help you retain lean muscle. And then we have a new option in our health shakes called Plain and Simple. It's vegan, no added sugars, and it's unflavored, so you can play around with your smoothie concoctions. The key benefits that come from we have 3 starter options, and you can customize it any way you want, but we have 3 packages that really help you get started. And one's called the Shaklee Life Plan. It has Vivix to slow age at the cellular level. It has the Vital E, the B and C complex for immune and energy, the Omega Guard plus 1,000 mg of ultra pure concentrated. It has the patented Smart Delivery, and then it also includes the Life Energy Shake. So together, it's the best, most comprehensive nutritional system in the world, and our Shaklee lawyers vetted that statement. So that's pretty exciting. So the next package that you could look at is the Vitalizing Plan. And it has the Vitalizer instead of the Life Strip. And that Vitalizer is the one we looked at in full a few minutes ago. It has the Advanced Multivitamin, the B and C complex, the Carrara E and Omega, Optiflora, the patented Smart Delivery System, and then it also has the Life Shake. And then below that is called the Essentials Plan. That's a good one to get started with if you're new to the whole idea. Or you could jump right in with the Life Plan, which is what we like to do. But it has the Vital E Advanced Multivitamin, the Omega Guard with 600 EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids, and then the Life Energizing Shake. So it's a great way to start your day. As we finish our health chat, we'd like to send you a link to take the Shaklee Health Print Assessment. We talked about it a little earlier, and it allows us to better serve and support you with your health goals. It takes about 5 minutes to complete. There are 20 questions, and it focuses on what's important to you. You'll receive a health and wellness score based on where you are and relative to your goals. And it'll give you insights with recommendations and educational content. So do use the drop-down menus and everything to reach all of your educational content. And again, it is personalized to you. So your health print doesn't look like just like anyone else's. So you can email me at burbachulous@gmail.com, or you can visit lisaburbach.myshaklee.com and click on the health print link to be able to take this. But if someone else invited you to this video, to watch this video, I encourage you to go back to them. And Shaklee, we also support each other's businesses, and we help each other grow. Whether we make a dime from that other company, person, exchange, whatever, is not important. It's about helping each other grow, be happy, and learn, and help others be healthier. And so if another Shaklee person introduced this video to you, please do go to them to see how you can learn more about Shaklee and how you can take your health print. But if you just stumbled on this and or you came because I invited you, then please use these methods to learn more and to get in touch with me. So keep in mind, if you're also interested in earning while you enjoy the benefits of Shaklee, there are 3 ways to join. You can use the products, experience the way Shaklee products can help transform your health. You can join free as a member with the Shaklee Life Plan or with a few other combinations and kits that are available to you. You can share and earn. You can join as a distributor with a gold pack to unlock ways to earn, or you can join as a distributor with whatever products that you choose as well. And you can build a business as well. Join as a distributor with a Gold Plus pack, Gold Plus pack or Super Gold pack. And that comes with just a huge selection of business tools, as well as a selection of so many different products, so that you are really in the know with what Shaklee has to offer. It's just full of our different, just touches on the different categories that Shaklee has to offer. So any of these are great options to use, share, or build. And many people start using, they share a little bit more, and then they eventually build a business. That's how I started and just sort of eased my way into it. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you have learned something. And if you have any questions, again, you can reach me at burbachulous@gmail.com, or there is a contact form on my website. So thank you, and have a fantastic rest of your day.